Alrighty guys, this is going to be a quick little review of 9.3. 9.3 we were all awesome at. This is just where we factor quadratic expressions. Factor a quadratic, but it's of a specific form. It's of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So you notice there is no coefficient in front of this x squared. So for example, they might tell us factor, and then they give us x squared plus 26x plus 160. What they're looking for is what two binomials did we originally have that we multiplied together, that we double distributed, that gave us this original quadratic. So you can think about it like your box method here. So what went here, what went here, what went here, what went here, where we ended up with x squared, 160, and then somehow two numbers here that added up to 26. So what we generally do is we look at the c, the last number, the c, and we figure out, well, what two numbers could we have multiplied together that gave us 160? Now 160, there are a lot of options. We could have possibly done 2 times 80. We could have done 32 times 5. We could have done a lot of other things, including 16 times 10. But how do we figure out which one is the right one? Well, those numbers are both going to end up here. And then when we add them up, we need to make sure that they add up to 26x. So we're going to look at each of these. No, 2 plus 80 is not 26. No, it's this one right here, because 16 plus 10 gives us 26. So that means our two factors, they're both positive, so it's going to be x plus x plus. First one is 16, the other one is 10. You could have these the other way as well, x plus 10, x plus 16, it doesn't matter. How do you check that your answer is right? Well, we know that. You just double distribute it back out, you do your box method, you do your FOIL, and you confirm that you get this answer back. Okay, remember that sometimes your numbers are not always positive. So for example, they might say, hey, factor x squared plus 4x, seems simple enough so far, minus 45. Oh no, so this time our c is negative. Well, we're going to do the same idea, right? We're looking at factors that give us this last number, this c, but if the product is negative 45, that means that they can't both be positive, they can't both be negative. We have to have one of each. There's not a ton of factors of 45, so that makes our lives a little bit easier. Right away, I think of 9 times 5. But one of these needs to be negative, so maybe it's negative 9 times 5, or maybe it's 9 times negative 5. And the same rule applies here. So in order to figure out which one is right, we got to make sure that they add up to 4x. And notice it's positive 4x. That's a big hint. So take a look at your factors. Which one, when you add them up, gives you positive 4x? Well, it's this one here. 9 plus negative 5 is positive 4. This one would give us negative 4. That would be a different quadratic. All right, so that means our answer is x plus 9, because it's positive 9, times x minus 5, because it's negative 5. How do you check that this answer is right? Well, you can do your box method right quick. So let's do x and 9, x and negative 5. Okay, this is x squared, this is negative 5x, this is 9x, this is negative 45. Sure enough, we get x squared. 9x minus 5x is plus 4x minus 45. Oh, yay, we got the right answer.